Good morning, my fellow adventurers. Welcome back to Living the Grand Adventure. This is day 3 of the 46 Climbs charity event hike that I'm doing here at the East Fork State Park. This is the Stephen Newman Perimeter Trail. Got a little chilly last night, guys. You can see I have my sun hoodie on from Outdoor Vitals. It's the Altitude sun hoodie. It's enough to keep me warm this morning. Got a couple layers on my chest. I'll put the temperature up right here that it got to last night and what it is right now. It's pretty chilly. This is probably about as cool as it's been. I slept comfortably underneath my sleeping bag. Not too much sounds in the woods after about midnight. Before midnight, it was really noisy out this direction towards the campfire or the campground. There was a dog that was actually howling for about an hour and a half out this way. Lots of cars. Very noisy campsite. I was actually kind of surprised, and I figured during the summer it would even be worse. So yeah, that kind of kept me awake for a little while, so I didn't get as much sleep as I was hoping. I was hoping to get at least 8 hours. Probably got about 6.5, 7, but I'm up with the sun. I woke up right at about 7 o'clock. By the time the sun come up, stretched a little bit. Been out for a few minutes out of the tent. I actually have everything stretched out, ready to get packed up. I figure I'm take use of that picnic table since I've got it. Going to eat me a decent breakfast. Got some oatmeal and a couple of granola bars, things like that. I'm gonna eat those and then get on trail. We do have to come over here and get water real quick because by the time I fix the oatmeal and maybe a cup of coffee, I'll be pretty much out of water. So I'm gonna grab water and then we're going to be heading out this direction to get our hike started. So should be a pretty decent day. Temperatures are supposed to warm up and it's supposed to clear off. It's a little cloudy right now. I think it's another reason it's a little cool. But guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get packed up and I'll see you on the trail here in a few minutes. All right, got our water. Got 1 liter and 20 ounces. So that should get me started for the day, no problem. And now we're heading the direction we need to be heading. Getting ready to pass site where we stayed at last night. Kind of eager to do this day. I'm hoping 1, the sun comes out and 2, it warms up a little bit. It's very chilly this morning. Could have actually brought me a pair of gloves this trip. And it's actually supposed to be even cooler in the morning. So that it's gonna be interesting. I have a pair of thermal pants that I can pitch on. Till it warms up enough, I can take them off. So that's not a problem. There's sight. So fresh trail now. But I do have that for the morning if I need them, or even throughout the night. But for now, I'm comfortable with what I have on. If I'd had those on right now, I'd probably be a little bit warm. But it is cool. My hands are chilly. That's the biggest complaint. Like I said, I should have brought me a lightweight pair of gloves. Live and learn. But now we're heading on the trail. New area. Should be coming up on mile marker 26. Like I said, campsite 3 is actually at mile marker 13. It'll be a long day, guys. It's gonna be fun though. All right, so about 3/4 mile away into the hike for the day, away from site 4. Spilled me out onto a road, so I'm doing a little bit of a road walk. We'll have a number of those today. It's like intermittent. Most of it is trail from what I can tell on the map. However, you know, you do have some road walking a little bit. But yeah, and this is a gradual incline if you can tell. But with it being road, it's not so bad. Not too bad in the morning anyway. Kind of getting my legs stretched out and getting warmed up. Really overcast right now. I'm hoping the sun comes out before long because that'll warm it up. And the woods are kind of drabby right now. They're kind of just there. It's pretty forest, just ready for some sun. Started yesterday kind of cloudy and overcast with rain, so kind of expected that this morning too because I knew it was supposed to cloud up. It's not supposed to rain today. There's literally a 0% chance, but it is cloudy and cool. Yeah, this road walk is not too bad though. And if you see, of course, there is a green blaze on the tree right over here. So that definitely indicates we're on the right path here. Got a couple of intersections here. See, I think we actually follow the road for a little ways still. Yeah, that's a yellow trail. That's not us. That's just like a dead end right there. Let me make sure I don't go in there. No, I actually see a blaze over here. Never mind, I don't even have to look at anything. Yeah, the watch shows going this way. Oh, it looks like we may actually dip into the woods here. Okay, so we don't have to follow that road out. All right, I can handle that, that's good. Into the woods again. I think we actually walk adjacent to the road for a ways. Just wanted to kind of show you one reason this trail probably does have as low a rating as it does. If you look here, this is rutted. If it was wet today, this would be really muddy. Of course, it's been dry lately, so it's not really all that bad. I mean, it's a little squishy, but not muddy. So kind of nice. Very tight trail right through here though. This is all horses being rutted out right here. Like I said, with it having been drier over the last little bit here in Ohio, this isn't muddy. So really this trail, like I've been saying, depends on the time of year you come out. Trail is kind of tight though. All right, we open up, got a little bit of, I think that's, yeah, asphalt. So at one point in time, this was an asphalt and it's kind of overgrown now, being reclaimed by the forest. But now we're on an asphalt path. It's definitely a unique trail. It's got a lot of different terrain. You know, I've hit asphalt a number of different times. We've seen that on the backpacking trail over on the other side of the park. I don't know. I'd say this, the state park just utilizes different things that's already been here, so it's kind of neat. But heading on, yeah, a little over, well, quite a bit. Actually, I'm 1.5 miles into the hike now, so that's cool. Moving right along. It's all been flat for the most part. I had a couple of small inclines, but nothing major, so I hope it continues that today. I'll move this trail really quick if it's like that. I come off trail and I'm on basically the park. I think it's called the park road. It's actually where the campground is. The main part anyway. There's another loop over next to Site 4, I believe. Either that or something over there. The actual perimeter trail is like literally 300 yards or so into the woods here. So I'm walking adjacent to it. But I kind of did this because I kind of wanted to see what the campground looked like to an extent. Because this is an area that Jenny and I have actually talked about coming down and staying at the actual campground and hitting some of the smaller trails and such with the pups and everything. We have Barry. You've seen him on the videos before. He's our little disabled puppy. He's pretty much blind, like 75% blind. So he doesn't come out on trails very often unless we can really keep a good eye on him. And we do have Willow, our little Pomsky. And she actually got pregnant accidentally. She's been fixed since then, but she got pregnant, so she has a son that we kept, and his name is Pippin. So we're kind of looking for a place where we can bring them out, camp, and then, you know, take them on the trails a little bit. Barry may not come with us. Our daughter will babysit him, so it's no big deal. But the other two will come out. We kind of worry about taking a disabled blind pup on a trail, so. But I wanted to see what the campground looked like, and that's one reason I'm out here. I may actually stop over here at one of these bathrooms, go to the bathroom, and may have an early lunch. I haven't decided. I'm really moving the trail. I mean, it's been pretty flat since I left site, so not a problem. Starting to clear off too, sun's coming out. Kind of a typical state park campground. Stopped off at the bathroom, got a little bit extra water. Basically, I drank what I had in here and then filled this back up almost full. And now we're heading back onto the trail. Literally, that was Loop B where that bathroom was, and there's a little spur trail that leads right over to the trail. I stepped out over here. I just want to look real quick. I saw some horses. Kind of neat. I think that's a stables over there. See, the trail actually runs between this road and Park Road is right over there. So that's interesting that, you know, it runs right between them. Very similar to, there's a couple of trails like that at Mohican where they literally run right between two different roads. So, kind of cool. But now we are back on the perimeter trail and moving along. It's a little overgrown right through here, and the grass is actually a hair bit damp. So my shoes might get a little wet, but that's okay. Very easy trail, and then of course, a couple of road walks now. That one, you know, kind of designed because I wanted to go to the bathroom. Figure, you know, if I can hit a bathroom on trail, it's better than digging a cat hole. One, digging a cat hole is a pain, but I do it if I need to. But also, you know, if you don't have to actually do that, it's better for the environment. So, figure I'd just go to the bathroom if I have a chance. That probably will be the last chance I have to use a restroom between now and the time I get back to the trailhead. I don't think there's any more along the trail, which is fine because I'm going home tomorrow if nothing happens. As we are heading more towards the eastern side of the park, we'll probably see less people. For one, of course, there's no campground over that direction. Two, it is more isolated. I was actually in my tent this morning. I had just woke up, it was like 5 to 7. And I was doing my little stretches in there because I always do a little bit of stretching when I first wake up to loosen up the muscles and get ready for the day. And there was a couple of people walk past my tent at that time, you know, before 7 o'clock. So it's like, okay, you up bright and early moving. I mean, I wasn't up much past them. I mean, literally, I crawled out of the tent at 7:15, and I was on trail, you know, I think probably about 10 after 8. So that's what I'm saying. I'm making pretty good time. Everything's feeling pretty good. And as long as the trail stays flat, I mean, even if it is a little rugged, because I mean, it's rutted still. I mean, there's quite a bit of horse tracks right even through here. As long as it stays flat for the most part, I'll make good time. I'm even hitting some of these smaller inclines and just rolling right up it and keep going. We're actually directly adjacent to that trail or that road now. And there's even houses right here. So definitely not too far from civilization right now. But as we get closer to the eastern side of the park, that will dissipate and, you know, it'll start getting a little bit less civilized. There's another loop right over there. I don't know if you can see it through the trees. But I went ahead and first opportunity I wanted to, after I hit the bathroom, I want to get back on trail. That way I'm kind of maintaining as much of the perimeter trail as possible. But I did want to see the campground and use the restroom. The campground actually, I mean, it's a typical state park campground, but it's not bad. It looks pretty decent. Something me and Jenny might check out in the future once we get a chance to do that. Yeah, this is really overgrown right through here, guys. Let me make sure I'm on the trail. According to my watch, I am. Yeah, according to all trails, I am. This is the most overgrown I've seen the trail. So I just passed mile marker 22. It's been pretty flat since I left the campground. A little overgrown in spots, and now I've got a little bit of an opening here, so not too bad. Threw the sunglasses on. It's getting a little bright, but now it's clouding back over, so they're probably gonna come back off. But yeah, I'm making my way, doing pretty good. That bathroom break, that little stop helped, and like I said, I did down a 20-ounce bottle of water. Got to stay hydrated on trail, even though it is a little bit cooler today. It's starting to warm up now. It's getting really comfortable. So I come up out of the woods and it spilled into the, right beside this, I think these are soybeans maybe. But right beside this field, won't be long, we'll be coming up on the only big water crossing I've got left for the trip. Sometimes it's underwater, sometimes it's not. This will be one that I will have to go across regardless. There's really no way to get around it. But I have been making pretty good time. I haven't recorded much because I just was in the rhythm and moving. Coming up on, I think the last time I filmed, I was at mile marker 22 roughly. Once I cross the river down here, I'll be at mile marker 19. So not doing too bad. Sitting at right about 5.5, 6 miles. And it's just now 11 o'clock. So I'm banging out some trail. I'm kind of enjoying it. It's cleared off for the most part. I mean, we've got some white clouds, but the sun does peek out quite often, and that's kind of nice. It's warmed up. I'm actually kind of warm myself right now. When I was at that bathroom, I did kick off my hoodie, and since then, it's just gradually gotten warmer and warmer. So that's nice. It should make for a very enjoyable afternoon hike. Trying to debate when I'm going to stop and eat lunch. I have a quick lunch today. A couple of tortillas with some packets of pulled pork. You've seen that on the channel before. I'm going to eat that. You know, I figured it'll be a quick lunch. I'll probably have to grab a little bit of water wherever I'm at because I'll stop near water. That way I can grab at least a liter, be good to go. But guys, this is the view right now. It's really, really nice day. Very comfortable fall weather. It's looking a little wet. May be getting some wet feet today, guys. Oh no, looks like might be able to skirt right over here. Not too bad. Yeah, I mean, I may get a little damp, but I don't have to wade the water like I would have the other day. Yeah, once I get over to there, I'm dry. So I just got to get right through this little spot right here. Pretty area. Yeah. Might actually have lunch right here. I'm not sure. All right, got across the water. Did not get wet. It's a little rocky right over in there. Some of those stones were kind of loose, but it's a pretty area. Made it across that one though. Didn't have to worry about getting wet. Ready to rock out to the site now. I'm not even ready for lunch. I mean, it's like I said, it's a little after 11. I'm not ready for lunch. I'm not going to stop right now. I still have a liter of water on my back, so I don't have to worry about filtering. And I actually have some here. I've already had like almost 2 liters of water today, so I'm not worried about stopping here, but definitely pretty area. Now, of course, wet season, I was looking all through here. This would be submerged. It would be pretty deep, probably up in here even. I mean, maybe even go up in there, like really heavy rain. So be aware of that. Once again, if it's been raining, if it's the wet season, you're going to get wet through here. It may even be impassable. But right now, I was able to get through it. Once again, the trail has spit us onto a road. It's a dirt road, kind of gravel. It's just up around the corner here, and then we'll be heading actually south. We've completed the northern end of the park. I think there's one tiny stretch that's kind of along this, but for the most part, we're going to be heading south now, which is cool because south is the way towards the Jeep. Also Site 3 and Site 2. Kind of about ready to take a break. I'm over the halfway mark to Site 3, so I think I'm kind of ready to get a little break in. Maybe eat lunch. I'm starting to get hungry. This may be the last of the road walk that we have. At least till we get over to the southern end of the park and we start heading in, you know, basically the last leg to the Jeep. There's like a little road walk over to the trailhead there. But other than that, yeah, I think this is the last road walk. Which I'm kind of glad of that. Asphalt and gravel and such, they eat your feet up. I like the soft dirt. I was kind of looking at the topo. We just crossed mile marker 19. We're about a half mile away from it, so we're about halfway to 18. From 18 to 16, it looked fairly flat. I mean, you know, a little up and down. That's as far as I looked. So I'm hoping to be able to knock this out pretty quick and not have to struggle too much. But once I find a place to kind of sit down for a minute, I'm going to break out lunch, try to do maybe a 20-25 minute stop at the most. Anything more than that, I tend to stiffen up. It's always easier to just do a 20-minute real quick, kick my shoes off long enough to kind of let my feet air out for a second, and then get right back at it. So that's what I'm looking to do. But I've got to finish this road walk first. Should be about done. Just kind of comes out and circles the very edge of the park here, because right over there is park and this is all private land. Found me a little spot to sit down. Doing a little bit of lunch. Like I said, I'm doing these little great value pulled pork packets, and I'm putting them on tortilla. Got me some electrolytes. Yeah, just found a little spot. Right over there's the trail, and I'm basically sitting on this log here. So if you see, just needed a breather. I figured this little break right here will definitely help. It's starting to warm up. Still pretty comfortable, but I'm warm from hiking, so sun's back out now. But I'm gonna go ahead and eat, and then we'll get back on trail, guys. All right, lunch break is over, guys. Now we're back on the trail, heading towards the site. Did take about 25 minutes. I kicked my shoes off and everything, just kind of give myself a break, kind of rejuvenate. I've got a spot in my back that's really kind of bumping. It's a little tender. It's on the right side, like lower rib cage, and that really stinks. I'm hoping it kind of clears up, but I didn't even notice it until I sat down, took the pack off, and it kind of flared up then. I don't even know why it would do that, but we're on a little flat stretch right now though, and figure I just kind of warm back up and everything should come back and start feeling better. Beautiful afternoon, great lunch. Went ahead and drank 20 ounces of electrolytes just to make sure, and I've still got about 16 ounces of water, so it should be plenty to get me to the next water source. As you can see, it's pretty flat, pretty easy right now. And from looking at the map, it should be like this for a little ways. I mean, we might have some up and down, but you know, like 15 feet up, 15 feet down. Nothing major, like as far as super big inclines. Like I said, yesterday was the largest of those, and that was actually coming out of the river, and we tackled that midday yesterday, so won't see any of that today. Just normal terrain, and most of the hard stuff is actually over with for the trip. The only major thing I was really worried about today was crossing the river. You know, I was worried that it would be too deep, or you know, that we'd have to really wade into it or something. But fortunately, yeah, it wasn't too bad. And here we are. Didn't realize it was this close. This is mile marker 18, guys. It is kind of nice though, during lunch, between filtering the liter of water I had on my back and what I ate, between the 2 packs of pulled pork, they were like 5 ounces, or that'd be 5 ounces, and the tortillas that I ate with them, figuring another at least, you know, 8 ounces. So that's almost a pound there. and then the water being 2.2 pounds, I probably shed over 3 pounds on my back. So that's really nice. Got another road crossing. Luckily we don't have to road walk. Trail's right over there. Going to hit it here in just a second. Taking a breather. Come down to another dried out creek bed, and that hill was rough. That's one thing I'm starting to notice, especially on this side of the park. The trail's not designed for hikers. There's no switchbacks. There's a lot of just straight up and downs. It's designed for horses. You know, they don't switch back any of the inclines and stuff. So that's another reason it's probably lower rated. I don't think I've even seen a hill at all switchbacked. So they're all straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down. A little bit of switchback would be nice, but of course that's not good for horses. So that's why. I mean, this trail is more horse-made than it is made for hikers. So just be aware of that. It's just, you know, a fact of the trail. But we're moving on. I did make a mistake in my calculations. I was thinking that campsite 3 is at mile marker 13. It's mile marker 11, which is why you get 14 plus miles from the other site. So I misjudged and was thinking I had two miles less to hike going forward, and got to looking at it, I was like, oh, that's right. I don't know why I was thinking 13. That's my apologies, guys. There's mile marker 15. Not too much longer to get to site. 3.5, 4 miles. I'm not sure if it's right at mile marker 11 or if it's like between 12 and 11. Somewhere in that range. We'll look at it when we get there. Yeah, I've been moving right along. I didn't really record the last little bit. There wasn't much to look at. It was mainly woods, a couple of meadow walks, and a mucky pond. My back is still pretty tender. It's not as bad as it was. It's kind of worked out a little bit since I stopped and ate lunch, but I do have a little pool back there. I've faced that before. I remember Big South Fork, exact same spot. It flared up. I get to site, be able to sit down and relax, and then get a good night's rest. I'll be okay tomorrow. It's just getting to site tonight and getting stuff set up and getting my water. But for the most part, it's not been too bad. The trail isn't bad. Like I said, it's just not designed for hikers. It's a horse trail is what it is. You know, no switchbacks whatsoever, and just, you know, rutted out all over the place. I mean, still being this time of year, I'd give it like a 4, maybe a 3.8. But it's not the greatest trail in the world, especially considering you're not getting any views and such. Typical for Ohio, though. So guys, just so you know, this trail does follow the American Discovery Trail as well. I think that's actually the Blue Blazes. Can't remember what the Buckeye is. We'll be on the Buckeye tomorrow some too, if we haven't already been. But yeah, the American Discovery Trail is a really long trail that kind of, can't remember. I'll put it on the screen where it runs from. I think it's like North Dakota to New York or something along that line, but it's a really long trail. And it does run through East Fork State Park. I've been on it a number of times in the past. Hitting some leaves now. Kind of crunching in this meadow walk here. Should be getting back into the woods shortly though. So guys, imagine coming up the hill, rounding the hill and seeing that. It's kind of creepy. I think the GoPro's pricking up. Let me step over there a little bit, make sure it's getting it. I was just coming up the hill. I looked over. This guy was standing there. It's a little creepy. Wasn't expecting it. I literally, when I first lanced up, I'd come up a hill over here and saw it, and I thought it was actually a guy standing there. I started saying, "Hey, how you doing? Good evening, whatever, afternoon." No, it's like some creepy, I don't know, maybe a scarecrow or something. I don't know. Maybe they're trying to keep people off their land. I don't know. Can't even imagine that maybe the eyes have cameras. I don't know, man. That was creepy. We're actually following three blazes now. Got a light blue, which is American Discovery, the green, which I'm pretty sure is the perimeter trail, and the dark blue, which we saw the dark blue the first day we were here. I'm not even sure what trail that is. But yeah, hiking along this area now, and this is a whole different ecosystem. I mean, different ecosystems. It's been kind of crazy. Been in the wetlands, you know, down next to the river. Yeah, some of these meadows, the deep pine forest. Now we're in a more of a deciduous. It reminds me kind of like, even like Germantown. And just kind of rolling along these ridges a little bit up, down. No major inclines until I speak, and there's one right over here. It's not too bad. It's just, you know, 30, 40 feet, kind of steep. Like I said, once again, no switchbacks, but just it is kind of interesting. You know, if you want to come out for a different feel of ecosystems in one trail, this is a pretty good one. I mean, there's a lot of different feel to it. Yeah. And if you had a fishing rod and you had a fishing license, there's plenty of places you could fish too, so it's kind of neat. Just checking to make sure that guy's not following me. That was interesting on trail. I actually haven't seen another person on trail since I left the campground. I don't even count that, because there was like one couple walking along the trail, and I'd say they were from the campground. They were just kind of outstretching their legs. 'Cause, yeah. But since then, I haven't seen anybody on trail. I saw some people at the houses as we passed the residences on some of the road walks. But other than that, I haven't seen anybody. And it's been real quiet, real peaceful. No horses, which is nice compared to yesterday. I mean, I saw tons of those. This area seems to be a little bit more isolated, a little bit less traveled. However, I have seen plenty of evidence of people being through here, like shoe prints and hoof prints and stuff, so. But it's been a peaceful hike. I'm ready to get over here. I'm getting close, about 2 miles or so, 2.5 miles. Then we'll be at site and can get set up and just enjoy the evening. I'm ready to relax. My back is still pinching a little bit, but it's not too bad. Even my arms are starting to get a little sore from using the trekking poles. So that tells you how many that you've done some miles. This will be the most miles I've done since Big South Fork, when I did the 15 mile days in a row. All right, so I passed mile marker 12 a little bit back. Crossing this road here. I think this is an old boat ramp down this direction. I don't know if it's in use. And of course, this goes on up. I believe it's like residential once you get like to the top of the hill up there. But yeah, we're crossing the road here. We have less than a mile to site, probably about a half mile even. Oh, I'm really ready for being in there. The only true chore I have, besides setting up the tent, which takes all of 5 minutes, is to go down and get some water. There should be a water supply just past the site, as long as it's not dry. If it's dry, it's going to make things interesting. I'm not even going to drop pack. I'm going to go straight to the water, because if it's dry, like the next water supply is like a mile away. By that point in time, I may push the site too. I mean, it'd be kind of pointless to do a mile there, a mile back, when I can just do 2 miles, and then I want to be like 2.5, 3 miles from site 2. So, but now if that water is right there at site 3, like I'm hoping, and it should be, because normally, from what I understand, it's not seasonal, that it actually is normally wet. If it's there, yeah, we'll definitely stay at site 3, because I'm kind of done. We'll get the totals up when I get to site on how far I've gone. It's going to be pretty good mount. The All Trails is not registering correctly as far as mileage once again. And I think it's not so much All Trails' fault, it's the simple fact that they have done some reroutes. I know when I talked to the gentleman the other night that was there with me Friday night at Site 5, that he actually went in and talked to him, was talking about the area and stuff, getting a lay of the land a little bit. And they were talking about this trail, and it used to be like 32.5 miles, and they've got it up over 34 or 35 now. Got a view of the lake a little bit here. Kind of neat. It's one of the few times we'll probably get to see it on this particular trail. The perimeter trail, a lot of people complain about being, oh, it's supposed to be perimeter around the lake. No, it's actually technically around the state park. The lake is just in the center. It would be nice if they would bring the trail closer to the lake occasionally, but this is what you get. Now you do get some awesome views of the lake on the backpacking trail. You can check some of the videos I have up for that, because yeah, you get some really nice views there. That's kind of cool. But yes, that one series of videos that Alex and I did, where we came in and camped at the hiker-made sites, some really nice views there. I guess worst case scenario, if I can get down right here. Might drop pack and come back and get water there if that other, I'd rather have it out of a creek than a lake. But at this point in time, I mean, I drank out of a stagnant pond yesterday, so at this point in time, I kind of don't care as long as the filter is working, which it should be. It's not like it froze last night. It's kind of neat. That's pretty. I don't know if that's a separate pond or part of the lake, but it is kind of neat. Hallelujah, guys. Primitive Site 3, and it is mile marker 11, exactly. Let's head up in here and take a look. It looks pretty nice. I knew there wouldn't be a picnic bench. I'd already seen that, but yes, there are benches now. I know a couple years ago there wasn't even that. Little fire pit, kind of like very similar to what we've been camping at. This one hasn't been mowed recently, so I'll have to find somewhere to go with the tent. That's kind of interesting. But yeah, we'll figure out somewhere for the tent. It's going to be interesting because, yeah, not a lot of wood, so we probably won't be doing a fire because I really don't care tonight. Alright, so this is Site 3, so you guys get a view of it even if I don't end up staying here. Let's go see if we can find some water. That'll kind of determine what I'm doing for the night. Alright guys, site's pretty much set up. Got a few things laid out that I'll need throughout the night, but other than that, I'm ready to go. It is just now 5:08, so I've still got about 3 hours till dark. Water source was good down there, so we're good to go. I got 2.5 liters for the night, and I figure in the morning I'll hop down there and go ahead and fill up. Yeah, I'm in here for the night. It's 5 o'clock. Starting to cloud up a little bit, but you know, if you notice out this direction, there are no hills. The sun's going down over here, so we'll have light for a while. And then of course the moon is full tonight, so we have a full moon tonight, and it'll be coming up. It'll be lit up in here. Not that I'm really going to enjoy it much, because honestly, once it gets dark, probably 8:15, 8:30, I'm gonna lay down. I'm nothing else, just to relax the muscles. Everything else don't feel too bad. Now that I've got my shoes kicked off, my feet are relaxing. Yeah, I feel pretty decent, other than a little spot in my back. But I'm gonna sit here and kind of relax a little bit, send some messages to the family, and probably do dinner here in a little bit, guys. Got pad thai. I think it's a backpacker's pantry, so it should be pretty good. Well, guys, it's come to the end of the day. It's about 15 to 8. Yeah, I'm getting ready to head into the tent. It's actually starting to cool off, so I figure I'll go in. I'm kind of sore, done had dinner. I'll go in there and lay down, just stretch out, do some stretches, massaging my back, you know, as best I can as far as moving it around. Should be able to rest pretty good tonight. Probably won't go to sleep immediately. I've got the wife in the ear. I'm gonna talk to her, and still reading on my book. If you notice, the sun is starting to go down there. You've got just the top of the trees, and now it's starting to get dark over here. Do still have about 15 minutes till dark, till sundown anyway, and dark will probably be 8:30. Moon should come up, and it'll be lit up in here, so, you know, nothing to worry about as far as not being able to see. So if you guys have enjoyed this video, this long day of hiking, make sure you give it a thumbs up, and go ahead and subscribe to the channel, especially if you're enjoying this series of videos, and anything else on the channel, that would be really awesome. Also, if you have any comments, questions, concerns, make sure you hit up the comment section down below. We'll get back to you as fast as we can. Like interacting with our viewers and our subscribers. Really appreciate your viewership and your time, guys. Also, don't forget, 46 Climbs, go to their website, check them out. And if you feel like donating in my honor to 46 Climbs in benefit of the National Foundation for Suicide Prevention, make sure you hit the link down below. It'll be in the description. You can click there and donate to that organization through my page. So I'll see you on the trail tomorrow, guys. Always remember to live your grand adventure to the fullest. Looking forward to the trip home tomorrow, guys. Got 11 miles. Can't wait. I'll see you tomorrow. Until then, take care.